it's a site-specific drawing in that it's on the wall, but it's also the objects that we're drawing from are collected from the site.
We started by collecting things from around the building to let us kind of explore in and outside the building to collect things to draw from.
Yeah, we work generally from the same sorts of objects, things that are decaying or broken. But it's really difficult to decide what to draw from if you have already a lot of things. So we have a lot of leaves, twigs, roots, some other mechanical parts we don't know what it belongs to. But no one needs to know where the stuff has come from, but it's important for us that they came from this site. We can pick up a lot of objects from other places, but it's just better to work on things that are from here. We're attracted to the same sorts of objects, just the way that things fall apart, things decay, the textures on objects, those sorts of things that we work a little bit differently in that mine ends up being much more graphic in tone, like you could actually probably print it with one color, it's no gradation sometimes, whereas Emily is much more realistic in her rendering, but we're both abstracting things a lot. And you could pick up a lot of the objects that are in this room, for instance, and say, I guess I could kind of see part of that in this section, but overall, you're going to have a hard time figuring out what exactly we drew from.
Yeah.
So we are taking elements that we like from the drawing, working off of the parts that like she'll draw something, I'll come in and add to it, or behind it, or on top of it, whichever the case may be, and she does the same. So it's kind of a back and forth. Not necessarily working on the piece the exact same time. She'll work on one wall and I'll work on this one. It's just kind of how it functions.
Leave each other notes and get what we want to do because we're not always here at the same time.
We're kind of hoping that people have to guess at times which part Emily did and which part I did, so at times we're mimicking each other. And it's kind of fun. You get to work like someone else for a little bit.
We both went to school together at MCAD, but we never really knew each other. I kind of liked her work for a really long time, and then we were in a show together at the SUBAC this past summer, and finally got to meet her, and then she emailed me, so.
Yeah, I could tell like the work that she was showing at the SUBAC was work that she was unaware of that I was doing, but it was very similar in vein. So I told her, you need to come to my studio and look what I'm working with. And
it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we work very, very much alike.